Hi, it is Hillary. I am here in my studio in Los Angeles, and today's workout is a little bit of mat with some small weights for you. So if you have maybe 1, 2, maybe 3, might be a little too heavy, and then you are more than welcome to do this without those weights. So we're just gonna try to get some arm back connection instead of thinking about working our arms from here, really feeling that full body. So we're just gonna start on your mat. And if you have a strap, great, use it. If not, don't even worry about it and grab your little weights. We're gonna start with just some nice roll-ups. So I want you to just lie down and we're gonna kind of get a feeling of our arm from our back. So I want you to take the arms up towards the sky and feel your shoulders connect to your mat and feel the reach of your legs. And try to think, instead of like just letting everything go, about kind of seeing if you can connect to the mat. And then from there, I want you to take one arm reaching towards the mat as the other goes back behind you without anything changing in your mat. And just go that range that works for you. Just go the range that feels comfortable for your shoulder. One side's gonna be a lot different than the other. And I want you to start thinking about really feeling the connection with your back on that mat with those shoulders. And see if you can kind of think about moving those arms from there as you go. Just alternating, keeping the legs reaching. Just seeing where that range is on each side. And of course, one side's going to be tighter than the other. Totally natural. And then bring both arms once you're even. And then let's try both arms together. So they're not going to go as far because I don't want you to let anything just kind of pop up off that mat. Really feel that you have to work to keep everything on that mat. And we're just bringing them to the sky. And then back where you can. So the further you go, the more you have to kind of bring your body into that mat. And then all the way back up. One more, inhaling, just feeling that connection into your back, and then to the sky. Now we're gonna just go down to the mat, reaching. A little different with gravity here. So again, play with what you kind of gotta engage to keep your back where it is. Keep the ribs from kind of popping up towards the sky, which is usually my little dilemma there. Do one more. Breathing, really reaching the arms long, like you're trying to touch the feet down there. And now we're gonna go into our full roll up. So that full range of our motion, bringing the arms where we can behind without anything changing. And then up to the sky. And then think about these weights, they're punching as you reach and round forward. And keep thinking of the weights reaching, like you're trying to punch the wall in front of you. But again, think about that mat behind you. So you're keeping those arms as if they were still on that mat, and then reaching back. So what I mean by that is when you come up, don't let the shoulders do this. Does that make sense? Yeah. So head and shoulders reaching. So it's almost like your weights are a bar, so you can't kind of fold into it. You've got to keep that connection. Yeah, nice. And if you have a strap and you're using it, really pull into it. If not, feel like you're just reaching those legs to the wall in front of you as you roll and then down. Nice. Feeling the shoulders again on your mat here. And we'll do one more. You can just kind of find a pace that works for you here. And then all the way down. Nice. And then you're gonna bring those weights to your mat. And we're gonna go into our rollover, but we're gonna use these weights. So what I want you to think about with the weights is it's almost like you're trying to do this with your weights. Kind of press maybe into the pinky a little bit, keep the arms reaching long, and let's just bring the legs up towards the sky. We're gonna go into our rollover. So I want you to feel you're reaching those weights, but you're kind of pressing into the pinky side of it, maybe a little more. You can feel that same connection into your back as we reach the legs. Now, don't lose that feeling with those weights. It may prevent a bigger movement, but that's okay. So keep that connection, pressing, reaching. So keep that feeling of kind of pressing into the pinkies maybe a little more. You definitely feel some work going on there. And then maybe play with it, see what happens if you lose it. See how that connection with those arms and backs just goes away. Good. It's also gonna keep the neck nice and long, keeping the shoulders just open. We're doing 3 in each direction if I failed to mention that. Breathing through. And one more here. And then all the way. Keep those arms engaged. Keep reaching all the way down. Nice. We need to maneuver a little bit. Now, we're just going to roll up, pull our knees in, and we're going to go into our ball. We're going to keep our weights. I'm trusting you guys not to shoot yourself there with those weights. Roll up, pull your knees in, and I want you to take your weights behind your thighs and feel like you're trying to take your heels to your weights the whole time. And we're going to go into our ball here, rolling back and up. Woo! Trying to keep that feeling. And if you can, push into them, great. I'm trying to keep that the whole time. Nice. And then rolling back. Think about going from the hip. Trying to keep that feeling of the weights coming and pulling. Now, change it to the outside. Press those weights into your feet and see how that shifts it for you. Try to keep pressing in, rounding the whole time. Good. And one more here. Rounding back and up. Nice. Let's go ahead into our single leg stretch. So I want you to take those weights onto your thigh. And from here, pull in, really pull in, and then see if you from here can then reach, but keep and switch and reach and reach. So I want you to think that you're still pulling in, right? But you're keeping the chest nice and open and you're trying to stay curled up as best as you can and reaching and working the whole way, keeping everything. At any point you can drop those weights, or if you want to just keep grabbing on, that's okay too. Either way, see how it feels and reach. Think you're trying to touch that wall and then bringing it down, giving it a little hug. We're going to go into our double leg stretch, and this time we are going to reach those arms and kind of press in. So think again about that pinky side. Curl your head and shoulders up. Your weights are on the outside of those legs. And they're just going to slide down, squeeze in, and pull. Inhale, reach. Try to keep your back where it is. Taking the legs just where you can. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. 2 more. Keep reaching those arms. 1 more. And then bring it all the way down. Nice. Readjust on your mat. Let's do one roll up here again. Reaching the arms towards the sky and curling it, pressing again, reaching those arms. And then sitting up tall. And let's go ahead. We're gonna go into our open leg rocker. What? With our weights? This is where I'm trusting you not to do anything here. So what I want you to do, take those legs wide where you can, arms out. And we are definitely gonna drop these weights, so don't worry about it. And I want you to just roll back. Try not to think about your shoulders, but just kind of starting with those hips. And I want you to go to that point where if I said, oh, I want you to reach those legs so far that maybe they had weight. And then back up. And do that again. Keep the arms reaching as you kind of round back to that same spot, or maybe you could think about reaching those legs and then back up. So now what I want you to do, just be careful of your weights. You're gonna roll back. You can bend your legs. You can lift whatever you need to do. See if you can then bring those weights down. You've got your balance point, right? Hold on to those legs. So this is the hardest part, that balance point. Keep those weights there because you're gonna get them back. And then same rolling back that you did earlier, but now the legs are long. And we'll see if we can find that balance point again. Kind of think legs taking you back, torso bringing you up, legs going back, and torso bringing you up. Keep reaching those arms. Feel that same connection as we did at the very beginning. Let's do one more here, and we're gonna pick up those weights. Trying to stay in our balanced position. Woo! See if you can grab your weights and bring it all the way down. That was awesome. All right, let's go ahead, and we're gonna go into our saw since we're here. Legs are wide, and we've got our weights. And remember, at any time you can drop them. Arms are out and long. And think again about the pinky and maybe pull it back a little bit. And we're just gonna twist where you can, rotating, and then reach forward and forward, and then back up tall. Nice. And twist to the other side, and reach, and reach. Ooh, a little more challenging with those weights. Think maybe turning a palm up on the back side if you can, and back, but it might be a little more challenging with those weights, and that's okay. And really think about a spine stretch here. So as you reach forward, keep reaching both legs. Ooh, one more here. And reach, and up. Nice. We're gonna use our weights, and I want you to go ahead and we're gonna roll over onto our stomach. So you're gonna place your forehead on your mat. Your arms are gonna be in a capital T. Your legs are out here. All right. Whew. So reach your arms long. Think about those same shoulders we were working at the very beginning. Hips are gonna press into the mat. You're going to reach those arms as you let the head and chest float up. Arms come with, and then all the way back down. Or do that again. Inhaling as you lift, just reaching the arms, reaching the legs, going where you can go. These are a struggle for me. And they're reach, lengthening. Think about those shoulders. Arm, back connection. One more here. And rest. Nice. Go ahead, up onto your shoulders. And I want you to take your weights and just place them together in front of you, just like this. And I want you to take your hands and just kind of press into the weights a little bit. And I want you to think again about the pinky, maybe pressing more in. So your thumbs are up, pinky side to the mat, and maybe your pinky's pressing a little more. And you should feel that same connection in your shoulders. Hips pressing forward, legs together. And we'll do a little kick, kick, and reach. Keep firing your pinky more into that weight. See where you feel that. Keep thinking of pulling your elbows, chest going through your elbows, hips pressing forward. And breathe. I promise you'll think about me tomorrow. Good, and one more each leg. Nice. Woo. And rest. Go ahead, bring yourself up onto your knees. And we're gonna go into a little thigh stretch here. So we're gonna hold our weights. If you have knee issues and you feel your knees here, just bring your heels together. Otherwise, you can have them hip width apart. Arms are gonna be straight out, and we're gonna have a slight tilt at both ends. And from here, you're just gonna hinge back where you can. Inhale, press into those feet back up. Think again, we're not rounded, we're feeling that connection, right? of the arm in the back. Just going where you feel stretched. Think of both feet staying evenly weighted as best you can. Inhale back. Exhale up. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. Do 2 more here. Good. Last one. Back and up. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring it back down. And we're going to have you roll all the way down. And let's have your weight, sorry, my watch got hit my way, again in your arms. And let's just do like a little Kathy Grant roll down here. So take your arms out, we'll have them out. Legs together. And you're just gonna roll down, thinking of, again, the hips kind of coming down first. Then maybe that low back. Go slow. Go slow. Feel each little section of your back. Then we're getting into the middle part of our back. And then we're getting down into those shoulders. And then the head comes down. And let's go ahead, take your feet about. We're gonna go into some shoulder bridge. Hip width apart, and let's take those arms again. And this time, have your hands kind of like this on your weights. And again, I want you to kind of think you're pressing more. Not that your thumbs are coming up, but your pinkies are pressing more, a little more into that weight. Feet are hip width apart, as close as you can get them comfortably to you. Keep that feeling with the arms. And as you press into those pinkies a little more, see again how that affects that shoulder and back, freedom in your neck. And we're gonna keep that as we push into those legs. Think of your shins and your knees reaching away, arms are reaching. I'm super tight, so that's where I'm gonna go today. And then from here, we're gonna roll down from the top, all the way down. Nice, keep reaching those arms. And we'll do that again, pressing up through the feet, hips pressing up, and we're trying to think about length through the front, knees and shins going towards that wall in front of you. Neck is nice and long, looking up. I tend to want to tuck. And we'll do that 2 more times. Just push on up. Pressing into those arms. You can adjust your weights as you go. Nothing wrong with adjusting, right? Seeing where we are in space. It's kind of the whole practice here. Reach. And then all the way down. All right. Go ahead, lengthen your legs, grab your weights. We'll reach up, we'll go into another roll up. Reaching, and then back. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're gonna do a little standing with our weights to end with a little side bend. So grab your weights, let's stand up. Okay, so we've got our weights. And we're gonna do a little standing side bend here. So what I want you to think about is this is work. We're gonna reach. We're also gonna keep the length on both sides. So we're not gonna kind of collapse on one side and send this over. So what I want you to do is take one arm, just press it into your side. We have our weights. And I want this to not get any space right there. This arm's going up and gonna stay with our head. So this arm is staying with the body, this arm, legs pressing. Let's just, if you want, go into a little heels together, toes apart. You don't have to. I want you to reach this arm towards the sky. The same leg, this one, is pushing into your mat. So we're gonna reach towards the sky as this arm slides down, and you're only going where you can't get any space through here. So inhale as we reach up and over, pressing into that side, sliding down, and then back to the center. So it's gonna make your movement maybe a little smaller because you're gonna wanna go like this. So again, it's work. Reach up, feel that connection of our arm into the back as we reach up and over. This arm staying into our body, and then back to the center. a little standing side bend, which is just getting into that side to side flexion of our body, right? We did a little twisting, we did flexion, we did extension, so now we just need a little bit of flexion going to the side. One more, reach for the sky as you push that floor down and away, and back to the center, and we'll switch, other side. So keep reaching, pressing in, and each side, as we know, is different. We kind of saw that. Ooh, gotta keep my head there, right? And then back up. And then reach, and again, think where your hips are. Do you need to kind of bring them more together? And up. And feel as if your shoulders are up against a wall, so we can't round forward. We're going straight over, and then back. We'll do one more on this side. Reaching as you go. And then back and down. Nice. Go ahead, take your weights down. And let's just go into a little shoulder roll here. You did good. And then reverse that shoulder roll. Yeah, you're not quite done. We're gonna do a little bit, grabbing your weights, of work from Joseph Pilates standing work with some arm circles. So at any point you can drop your weights. It's fine, this is how you're gonna end, but I want you to think of everything we've done. Press those legs, stay tall, and just take your arms out to your side. Feel that connection like you did earlier. And we're just gonna make small little circles, but I want you to keep reaching those arms for the opposite walls. Keep reaching them and pushing the floor away and growing taller. Just small little circles. And feel that same movement from your shoulders that were on that mat. And then reverse and breathe. You can make them as quick or as slow as you want. Just don't lose everything here. It's full body, even though yes. So this is gonna wanna happen. Keep it there. Good. And then bring it forward. Think again, we're not rounded, right? We're back on that mat in little circles. We could have hit the mat and do this again. If you want to lie down and do it and you can really feel those shoulders on your mat, go for it. But he did this standing, switching the direction. I don't think they use weights though, but we're going to use the weights. Keep reaching those arms. Good. And then bring it back out to the center. And let's go a little bigger. Only where you can without getting lost. Oh, I don't know about you, but it's burning. And then reversing that direction of those big circles. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. You can do this. Ooh. Last set forward. Bigger circles, bigger circles. Do what you can do without getting lost. Oh, reverse it. Keep reaching. Keep thinking about that mat behind you. And down. Reach the shoulders and just let them drop. Awesome job. Just let them drop. Nice and easy. Good. And rest. Awesome. That is it. You did it. So you can put those weights down. Shake it out. You're done. Awesome job. Till next time. Again, if you have any requests, just put them in the comments below. Bye.